That's crazy. No neighbors living there.
Everyone is on a trip.
Wow.
Oh my God. Rich people alert.
Oh my God.
No one has stayed home for Christmas. Not a single soul. You could have called that old man with the shovel.
Yeah, exactly.
You know he's not a murderer, right?
Right.
Only your son thinks he's a murderer.
Hey pals, welcome to another episode of the Plot Pals podcast.
It's the time of the year that the snow is on the ground, the lights are flickering, and everyone is suddenly happy. We're forgetting that it's cold and dark, and it's 4 p.m. and it's nighttime. We're so excited because it's around the holidays, Christmas time.
Yes, our favorite time of the year. And now here we're going to talk about a movie that is the most Christmassy movie ever.
I would agree with that one.
Yeah, and we are filming it in somewhere that is holy, just as beautiful and as warm and cozy as that movie makes you feel.
And we are also aware that there might be thieves right outside the door looking to come in with a crowbar. And we've set up our traps. We are ready.
Exactly. We watched the tutorial. We know everything. We know from the master, Kevin. Yeah, we know everything. So
today we are talking about the iconic Home Alone from 1990. This little kid left alone at home has to protect himself and also has to beg for his family to come back.
Exactly.
Because they hate him.
Exactly. Wow, what a family. God, I just told Marl before, like with a family like that, you do not need enemies at all. What kind of thing is that? I would wish the same thing as he did.
Now, nothing says Christmas as much as a big family.
That's true.
Running around and swearing at each other.
Yeah.
As well as
it has
running
its
late for
charms.
flights. Yeah, all these kind of things. A murdering neighbor who you're afraid of. These kind of themes all come back to the theme of Christmas.
That's true.
Which, if you think about it, is all to do with blood and gore as well. Because it's related to Christ.
Oh, yes.
You know,
it's such a actually religious
crucified.
movie. Yeah, that's true. There's so many like church scenes and it's like just feels really like warm and such a Christian movie in general.
If you're looking for any kind of Christmas movie, go with Home Alone first.
Yeah.
Usually Christmas movies are a little bit cliche, are a little bit, a guy in New York falls in love with a girl and they go to a toy store. You know, it's like
or like it's like a Hallmark kind of thing that is like the girl from New York in marketing. She goes to a farm or somewhere and the farmer guy is like, wow.
It's the same two plots. And how many of those can you take
I know.
until you start to hate Christmas, which we
Until
never
you
want to
throw up.
happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So then you click on a movie like this and suddenly you love celebrating Christmas again and you want to have eggnog and you want to fight with your family and release the tarantula and you want to break the tables. You know, it's like, I want to do these things.
And you want to laugh. Like, this is a movie that every time, no matter what age you are, you're gonna laugh when you watch it. How many movies can you say that about?
Like maybe a couple thousand, probably.
Exactly. And after all the... Oh, damn. That is true. That is so true. But at the same time, like, these jokes never get old as well. Like, such classic jokes that even right now when I was watching it, after millions of times that I've watched it, I still laugh. That's crazy. I've watched this movie since I was a kid. Like, I've watched it at least 3 times a year since I was a kid till now.
Wow.
And wow, it's like the most rewatched movie of mine ever. And yeah, we have that whole like favorite movie thing, but this is a favorite movie of mine and the most rewatched of all. So
that's a great review right there.
And it's kind of weird because it came out in the 90s and this family has 5 kids, like this family alone.
Already, that's too many kids in my opinion to even expect a parent to do a good job.
That is true.
Upon having 3 kids, there's no way you can have your attention go in this many different directions.
Right.
Even just 1 kid. But then you imagine 5, like I don't even know all their names anymore at that point.
I
if
know.
I had 5. And you're expected to care for each of them and treat them with respect? No.
Yeah, and at that...
Put one of them in the oven.
At that... Exactly. Wow. Right. And at that time, I don't even think people had that many kids. So maybe that's one of the reasons this movie was really like maybe popular or people loved it so much because every family missed that kind of feeling.
Well,
No.
I don't know if that's true because even Macaulay Culkin himself,
Yeah.
he has 6 siblings.
No way.
Fact check this one.
Really?
Maybe I'm wrong, but I heard somewhere that he's like a family of 7 kids.
Oh, okay.
So maybe people did have this many kids. Actually.
Maybe. Or yeah, maybe it's so famous even now still because people don't have that and they're missing it.
I mean,
at the time,
like you say, it's about even if a family doesn't have so many kids, you know the feeling when relatives come over.
yeah,
And people make groups and then make fun of other groups.
Mhm.
And when your weird uncle comes over, like that uncle was such an annoying guy.
I know that guy. Wow, I've seen a few of his bunch. Oh man, they're horrible.
That's crazy. Like he was sitting in the airport and
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Is that silver? Put it in your purse. Put it in your purse." And the wife is like, "I don't wanna." And he's like, "Grab it. Put it in your purse." I've seen that guy in real life.
Yeah,
And he's like a menace to society.
so funny though. That was
Yeah,
a very funny.
Oh my god! And at the very beginning, actually, the pizza delivery guy brings everyone pizza.
Yeah.
He grabs it and
Oh,
he's like, "Oh, it's
this
my
is not my-
brother-in-law's house."
Yeah,
He'll pay for it.
if somebody was complimenting the house, he sure would have said, "Oh, this is my house." Yeah, or anything else.
Oh
But
my
no,
God.
when it comes to paying up the check and everything, no.
That's so rude. I can't believe it. But it's funny. Like the audience can relate to it.
Exactly. These kind of uncles and all these kids that are hating. Literally, they're hating on the kid. Why would they do that? Like it's just so upfront, literally in his face, saying, "Yeah, you're incompetent." I don't know. That's how the French say it.
Yeah, wow. Everyone is against this one kid. Not even, different people against each other.
Grown-ups. I have also seen that too. Wow, I think I'm gonna say that a lot in this episode. But yeah, these kind of kids are just like the black sheep of the family, They always get blamed. I wasn't one of them, thank God. But yeah.
Yeah, I wonder, because maybe Kevin is an annoying kid. Maybe he
I think
does so many horrible things.
Maybe. We had someone like that, and we would just give them a nickname called Destroyer or like something like that. This guy was just a destroyer. Yeah.
6-year-old.
Exactly.
Oh.
And that was just a nickname. Every time something would happen, even if that wasn't related to the guy, we would say, "Oh, is it Kevin the Destroyer doing that?" Like, yeah, that's what we would say all the time. The poor guy, but
Perhaps, yeah, the older brother. I understand that he is mean. Usually,
he's a teenager.
older ones, exactly. They do not want to hang out with their younger siblings, but the girls too.
Yeah,
It's like the girls had no empathy, no sympathy, no compassion.
nothing.
Who put you there?
Wow.
To start swearing in French.
Exactly. And at first I didn't even know that was the sister. I thought it was the cousin or something. Yeah, understandable if that was the case. But then you see the family picture and you know that is the sister. Wow.
Help your sibling pack his bag.
Damn,
Unbelievable.
man. I know.
While we say this, we do believe it 100%. While this is happening, we're not like, "Oh, a sibling would never say that." Still they would.
Yeah.
And still
for
it's funny,
sure.
it's well directed, it's like engaging.
And so, yes, here we are with these villains. We didn't talk about the robbers, by the way. Which are just like
Wholesome.
So wholesome. That is true. One guy has sideburns. It's like he's a Victorian robber, something, a Victorian thief. So funny. And it's just like the way they're talking to each other in their interaction. And it seems like, yeah, they're not professional thieves. Maybe some high school people that they just hanged around after that. And then
I mean, clearly they have a van that is for cleaning, like plumbing. So they have a part-time job plumbing.
yeah.
One guy is either a police
That's
officer.
a disguise, don't you think?
You don't think that's a real plumbing?
Maybe
Mission.
they do like let the water run after that. I mean,
Yeah, because they want to get a job afterwards for plumbing. They
maybe.
get called back to do this.
That's true. Leave our cards down there too. Yeah, that would be such a good business. Wow.
They are so wholesome when they talk to each other. Like, we got the nicest house. It's gonna make us rich, buddy. And the other guy's like, "Yes, I'm not afraid of the dark at all."
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Yes, you are. I'm sure you are afraid."
I'm actually on their side. Like, imagine if it wasn't from the point of view of Kevin. just like two friends that are trying to like make ends meet, make a living.
Exactly.
You know.
And they get brutalized.
Yeah. Like, what could they have done? They would have just like, I don't know, found a piece of gold or like something, a little bit of cash, and then would have gone out of the house. Like, what would they have done actually?
They
And
wouldn't have killed Kevin.
no, that's not what they're gonna do. They just needed that money, and they would have just gotten that money and gotten out, and clearly well deserved. Like, they did their research, analysis, planning, everything. Like, that's a whole business. Like, why shouldn't they have an outcome? Like, a whole like
Absolutely.
return on investment.
That's my opinion too. And you also love them because they say Merry Christmas to kids.
Yes,
They don't hit kids in the street. You know, they stop their car.
How many people actually say Merry Christmas to you?
Exactly. 0.
Random. Clearly wholesome
Yeah.
Christian people.
So yeah, I think what we're really trying to say is that Kevin should be put in jail for all that he did to these two.
That is absolutely what we're trying to say. That is exactly what should have happened. Like, what right does Kevin have to defend his house? Like, who are you? Do you own the house?
Exactly.
Let me see that. Like, let me see the deed. Is your name even anywhere
Absolutely.
near that?
Go upstairs and eat your cookie.
Exactly.
Don't involve yourself in business.
In grown-up people's business. Like,
You are actively involving yourself in homicide. These kids, you're burning these two guys
yeah.
in the face. You're putting nails in their body. Like, when did you get so sedative? Is
Oh,
that a word?
no.
Sadistic.
Say this, probably.
yes.
Or like, yeah, cruel. How could you? Where did you even get that in your head?
Burning a guy's head off. These are ideas that do terrify me to
Man,
my core.
how could somebody like even think of something like that?
Shooting a guy in the face.
Damn. And this is the thing. Like, this kid is so violent. I think it's the neglect from the family that goes this way. Yeah. Just this hate that is suppressed just expresses itself this way.
Totally. And we are not for this. I think Kevin needs to be seen by a therapist. The fact that he doesn't mention any of this to his family, that's where I draw the line.
That's so shady.
That's like serial killer behavior.
Exactly.
Tell them what you did.
Listen, when we do a little bit of coloring or maybe a little accomplishment, what is your first reaction to this day? Isn't it to show your parents what you did? Or like tell them so they don't think you're a bum?
Yeah.
He's absolutely dead. And this kid, he totally hid it. He totally hid all the truth, everything that happened. And that should not be a case for a little kid that's 8 years old.
Exactly. That should have come up, you know. At least he should have been like gotten quiet. He should have been traumatized at that point. But he enjoyed this. In fact, he put up a Christmas tree afterwards and was enjoying his cookies. This is a day in the life for little Kevin. He's growing up to become friends with Ted Bundy himself. We need to protect the city from Kevin Macaulay. Or what's his last name? McAllister.
McAllister? Yes, exactly. Oh my God, you're right on with the Ted Bundy thing, man. Damn it. He is the American Psycho himself, manifested like that. Next, he goes in New York, he gets lost. Then somebody in Wall Street kind of adopts him. And he becomes the American Psycho.
Oh. That's Home Alone number 5. It's already in the works.
Exactly, because we saw it even right now. That reaction was not a normal reaction whatsoever. Yeah.
And to think, though, he also goes to church and starts giving advice to an old man.
Yes.
You haven't even been on Earth for this long. What gives you the right?
Wow. Wow. I know. And a guy that you've been scared of. Like, literally, I know, like, it's not rational to be scared of that guy, that old man. But if he is a stranger that you've never talked to and you've heard all these stories about, why would you suddenly, like in the spirit of the church, start to like lay all the truth before him?
Especially since he comes and sits beside you in an empty church. He's like, do you mind if I take a minute from you? No, You're a stranger. Stranger danger.
Yeah.
I'm scared right now. I'm running back to my house.
Yeah, didn't his parents tell him about the stranger danger? Stranger danger then.
Exactly, especially considering his brother very clearly laid out this old man murdered his family and he's gonna put you in a shop.
Oh, damn, it all makes sense now. He knows all of these facts and he still talks to the guy. He wants tips on how to murder. And that's exactly the conversation that they had. It's just like symbolized in this way. But this is the context that they showed us. But actually on surface, what they were talking about,
It was just
face
a
to
bad
face,
dub,
it was
probably.
like that. Yeah.
Wow.
You killed your family and your son and everyone. There are two guys, they're coming, give me some tips. How do I kill old wise man? Tell me everything.
Yes.
That's what actually went on.
So I think this podcast should be titled Everything You Missed in Home Alone. All the Easter eggs that you actually didn't pay attention to.
Yeah, exactly. All the things that actually happened, but you missed it for sure.
This makes so much sense to me. So what is your stance on this older brother then? Who is a little bit of a bully towards Kevin?
Yeah, that guy actually now makes so much sense. He's a teenager. He has all these privacy. He has a girlfriend. By the way, out of all of these things, that girlfriend, because they didn't want to make a little girl feel bad about herself.
Oh yeah.
Because of Kevin's comment, he says, "Oh, your girlfriend, woof."
Oh,
He says that. They made one of the crew members' son dress as a girl. Yeah, with a wig and
so
like,
funny.
yeah.
I thought that was the boy himself.
Oh.
I thought that was the brother.
They
who
look
put in the-
alike. They look
Damn.
so much alike. That's true.
such a good fact.
Yeah. So that's like the girlfriend as well. Yeah. So the big brother, I think he's wrong now. He's in the right. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think he saw the brother's tendencies to go towards this serial killer, suicidal vibes,
Yes.
and he was like, "I'm gonna put an end to it right now
Wow.
with my talking." And so the brother was actually such a good guy throughout.
Damn, that makes so much sense. I'm actually in reality totally convinced now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like because we get distracted by all the jokes and the fun and laughing, but literally these things are not normal. These things that Kevin did are not good.
No, he is literally the le compétent, le décompétent.
Yes.
He is.
Oh my god.
Man, he has that like, what is a parasite like quality?
Yeah. What do they call him? Disease.
A disease. Wow. Oh, we're such bullies. Oh my god.
Actually, okay, let's talk about the good things Kevin did.
I can't think of anything.
I know, right? He ruined the house. He broke his brother's shelf.
Yes.
He stole his brother's money.
And there's a Michael Jordan's cardboard that is like running around the house. He made Michael Jordan just like run around.
How could you do
I
that
don't
to the
think
poster?
I don't think that was Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I think probably it was.
What, really?
We don't know too much about basketball if you can't tell.
No. And then he somehow just knows what time those guys would come. Not at the last attack. Somewhere in the middle. And so he's just like dancing with these things. So he's doing it the whole night. How does he know when they come?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's just
That's so
puppeteer.
cool. Yeah.
He is a master manipulator. Such a puppeteer. Like all these signs are there and we don't pay attention. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, a healthy child should not have these kind of skills.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you this much.
Some facts about the movie is that the house itself is filmed inside a high school gym.
Why?
Oh, I know.
crazy.
They wanted. I know, right? Why don't you just get a house? Actually, but I guess they wanted more control over the set.
Okay.
I mean,
they
that makes
built
sense.
a set of a house
Yes.
with stairs.
Inside a high school gym.
Wow.
Why not just a gym? High
Yes,
school.
and why not just a studio?
Why not just a studio? You clearly have the budget. You're clearly from
does that
Hollywood, famous. Yeah. Wow.
Crazy. But it looks so good on the
It
inside.
looks incredible. I know, so homely. I can't believe that. I mean, the house itself is so famous. Everybody passes by, even to this day. They film it. They're like, "Oh, this is a Home Alone house," and they even tried to sell it a few years ago, like on sale.
30 million? Probably.
God, it must be really expensive. I would love that house.
Giant. So high school gym, it makes sense. There's so much stunts also going
So
on
much.
that it couldn't have been a real house, probably.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much stunts. Like even before the robbery and everything, when he's trying to come down the stairs with the ski thing.
That's intense.
I
That's
just wonder how they
scary.
filmed that. Every
Yes.
time.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god! I heard in this clip they built like a thing that goes down the stairs. Really, they were gonna go down and they throw it and
Whoa.
it goes so quick. It goes right into the street, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is dangerous! Like we can't put a kid on there." And
you don't say, man.
Horrible. And they had a stunt man for the kid.
Oh,
Probably a stunt kid, right? I'm thinking either a stunt kid or a stunt like shorter
short
person.
Yeah.
But alas, still a human, and so they put a brake on this device because they're like it's too fast, and then with the brake it's too slow.
Oh.
And the director is like, oh my god, it's too slow, it's not gonna work, and everyone's like stressed out, and the stunt people say, don't worry, we'll fix it. And right before the take, they take off the brake. So they're gonna do it in the same horrible speed that it was gonna kill the guy, and they just go for it, and he doesn't die, thank god. But like the thing you see is really somebody going out down the stairs into the street on the steps.
When I saw that, I was, how did you film this? How did you film it with a kid? Like, was that really necessary?
Yeah. It's so dangerous. Easily someone could have died. Easily.
Well, I didn't know about this story. Look at that. All these directors. Like, okay, so
What the hell? Yes.
no, what's the
Insane.
point? But that's, I guess, that makes the greatness, because like nobody else is gonna recreate something like that. At least not with kids.
Yeah,
Not
right.
in a house. Not like this.
I mean, yeah, to their credit, nobody died. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I guess so.
would say. Yeah, great job.
The director, what was his name?
Chris Columbus.
Columbus. Wow, such a, like, even the name is just
A
like,
trailblazer.
yeah.
The first of his kind.
I know. Columbus. It's like he's a studio name too. Like a,
Exactly. And Chris Columbus, you might know him from the Harry Potter franchise. This director has handled kids all over the place. He's always directing kids.
uh-oh.
And he's so good at it.
Okay.
He's good at two things. He's good at three things.
Uh-huh.
Telling, oh my god, he's good at four.
Oh, keep adding. He's good at 5 things.
The 4 things he's good at is telling emotional stories that are resonant throughout, that actually move you. 2, action stories that are dramatic and excitable and stunt film. 3, working with kids, getting good at performances out of them. And 4, working with John Williams, the musician, and
They
making
always
the film so much higher.
They always worked with each other, huh? It just shows itself how, like, that music just makes sense. Like, it's embedded into the story and everything. It just tells the story so much more than the writing or like the script at times.
And the music, a lot of it, you said this already, is famous. So many of the songs are from the Christmas era.
Yeah.
Here, there, this singer, old, new. But then still, it feels so original anyway. Like, there's a few pieces made for the film
Yes.
that you remember, they're on the list of best music for film ever.
Yeah.
And then the rest is all compositions that are based on famous songs already. You know? John Williams, he just comes in and he makes everything better.
He's amazing. And you said one of your favorites was Run, Run, Rudolph, because it was in such a
Yes.
good place.
Yeah, it was such a funny place because
Run, Run, Rudolph.
it was like such a good cut from they're in the car going and he's home alone.
Yeah.
He's just so sad, like, oh my god, what happened? And then cut to run, Rudolph. Everybody's running in the airport. Everyone is running. It's like horses when they get let out of the
Yeah.
stable. So crazy. It was
That's
exciting.
so good. Yeah. All these famous songs, they come at the best times. And then there are the wholesome new original songs that are just at times that are so classic and you remember them over and over. Anytime you hear it, you're like, is that the Home Alone song? Yeah.
Exactly.
And they're so similar to Harry Potter songs.
It's the exact same music.
Yeah.
And, to think Harry Potter came out 10 years after this.
Oh.
So John Williams was kind of like, he had this theme in mind
Yeah.
10 years previously. And it was just in his mind, probably bubbling up. But it's exactly the same music. Like sometimes the notes are exactly the same.
Yeah.
And the tone is obviously so similar. Like as soon as the movie starts, you're like, am I watching Harry Potter?
Yes, exactly.
Is this the right movie?
Uh-huh.
But that's so cool to think because it's like the same director, the same composer, and immediately so similar to Harry Potter.
I see.
That's amazing.
But the Harry Potter movies, you said only 2 of them he directed?
He did, yeah. He didn't direct
when they
every
were
single
kids. That makes sense.
Yes.
Makes sense.
one. Legend with the children.
Yeah.
Put that on his grave.
Okay.
Handy with the kids.
Oh my God. You make it worse every time.
He's a great director. And you know what is good is the editing is so funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have Kevin alone and it looks so sad, and then cut to the airplane is going, and then back to Mom. So funny. They're really strong.
Even you describing it is so funny.
Yeah.
Just like it's an art, editing is whole, like comedy in editing is a whole art itself.
Exactly.
Like you gotta be a comedian to be a good editor. Or no. If you're
I agree, yeah.
Yeah,
You
if
be
you
a comedian to be good at anything, really.
Yeah, exactly. That is so true. Art related. So yeah, here you could definitely see it. Like it's definitely the editor's choice, and it makes so much sense. Like at this minute, suddenly cutting off to that.
I know. And I hear everything was written into the script too. John Hughes, the writer of the script, apparently he wrote every single action line, any cut, all these stunts, everything is like, apparently the script is that funny and that tight by itself.
He is amazing. He's amazing. And apparently he chose the director.
Oh, great job. He chose the director, he chose the actor. So
he chose the
really
actor too. Wow.
led the film in the right direction.
Oh, apparently you said that the director didn't want that kid?
Yeah, which I understand. This happened to me too. We're casting a little kid movie, and there's this like kid who I know who is a good actor.
Yeah.
But they're the different ethnicity. But anyway, I know they're good actors, so I could just hire them and make the movie like this.
Right.
But I'm like, I want to discover my own actor.
Yes.
So this director was doing the same thing. He's like, this kid, Kevin, Mr. McAllen,
Yeah, McAllister.
the Mr. This guy, he is already famous. I would like to find a new kid. Why would I use a kid who's already famous? Like, I want to be the discoverer of new talent.
Oh.
But then he met with 400 kids and realized, okay, talent does not exist
Yeah.
at this age.
Let's
So
give
he's like,
up.
okay, just
Wise choice. Yeah, this kid was already famous, and I'm really glad they chose him. He just made the
best.
movie. Without a good kid actor, like what were they gonna do? This whole movie, how were they going to fill it out? He's literally alone. There's nobody else. And you know what they say? They say you make comedy by having society, by having people interact with your main character. We didn't have that. How is this movie funny?
that's true. Yeah, even when he's alone, it's funny.
When it's alone, yeah, exactly. Well, when they're together, they're extra funny.
Yeah.
But even when alone, they're funny. So that's just like, that's so much talent. It's so hard for a kid to make people laugh, to know what makes people laugh. And apparently he had also a lot of ideas of his own, how to like act it out and how to deliver the lines and everything. So like,
impressive.
damn, wow. This kid. Yeah.
This favorite of yours, and I was a little hesitant going into it. I had seen this movie a few times,
Right.
but you just think Home Alone, I've seen it, I know what it is. It's the kid who's alone at home, and the people get hurt, they get ironed in the face, I know what's gonna happen. But then as soon as this movie started again, I was like, oh, no wonder it's so famous. It's so fun and exciting, and you actually cry. Like I cried maybe 5 minutes in, and then I was crying again here and there. It's so well made and really loving. It's a loving story, not just slapstick comedy.
It's just like so absolutely relatable. Like it just hits that child within you that everybody has, that child that's been ignored at one point or another, and that one that's been like forgotten, it just hits everything that you want in a movie that is like a family movie, and it's just so warm, so amazing every Christmas. And the thing is, like, that's the crazy part, because this movie was playing so much internationally, like it sold so much internationally. That's why I watched it. I watched it in Iran, like on national TV, and it was playing all year long. It's like one of those movies that can't censor. It doesn't have that many things to censor. So yeah, they would just play that over and over and over, and I watch it every time they played it. So yeah, that's how it goes. And that's why this movie hit the box office so hard. I think it sold 400 millions or something when it came out in 1990s. Crazy movie.
We are more and more siding with Kevin, obviously. We love him more, and we see he's getting ignored, and we start to bond with him.
Yeah.
And then there's this crazy scene where what is even happening? His bigger brother bullies him with something, and so Kevin pushes.
Yes.
And everything goes wrong in the house. People are pouring drinks. A kid is getting squashed behind the table.
Passports are getting soaked in water. How irresponsible. Yeah. You put your passport on the table? Wow. And yeah, the whole thing, and everybody just looks at him.
Oh, wow.
After that.
They blame him immediately. Yeah.
And it's so irresponsible of the adults too. Like, you blame him, you blame a little kid for everything that happened to you. Wow. That's like, oh my God. How could you call yourself an adult?
Especially when the uncle says something rude. Like, this has happened to me. When an adult says something rude to a kid, the kid is like heartbroken. Like, they can never move on with their life. That's when the adult has to come in and be like, no, don't do this. The uncle is like, what's wrong with you, little jerk? Something like that.
Yeah.
Like, look what you did. And I'm like, you calling him a jerk?
Man.
He's 8. You're balding.
Yeah.
Step away. Don't talk to kids like this.
God. And then the worst one is the mother that comes in. Now, we did talk about, like, yeah, you know, boy moms. This girl is just the opposite of all that.
How come?
She just doesn't care about him. What kind of mother is that? She's probably a career woman or something. Doesn't care at all about that.
Well, what she does is put him in timeout. She says, go up to the attic for the rest of the night.
Wow, Cinderella much.
Wow.
Like,
which is so
stepmother.
Yeah, right. But at the same time, apparently everyone has been saying this kid is annoying. So she's like, let me just take this kid out of the situation.
I see. Like, I appreciate the discipline that she's trying to implement. But at the same time, she has to see the whole thing, like, have a good judgment. She's doing that only to get rid of him and the disturbance and everything. Right. Not because she wants to give him a lesson or anything.
Yeah, but at the same time, in this scene, you get to see how much family means to her, too. When Kevin says something as simple as, I wish you guys were never around.
And then she pauses.
Yeah, that pause is great. Because kids always say things like that. Like, I hate you. I never want to see you again. But the fact that the mom is hurt so bad. And she's like, I know you don't mean that. So take it back. What if we were gone? You know, like, clearly she's so hurt by his words there.
Yes. I mean, awesome. She's all about family. She has 5 kids. And she invites even, like, the relatives and everyone to go on a trip. She cares about that. But whether she is capable of doing it, whether she has the skills, that's to be argued, I think. She is, piece of work. But then after that, we see that they are late. So she totally, like, forgets everything. Like, everybody's running around. I get that. Yes. But shouldn't they, like, one of them at least notice? Like, they're not that many.
I get it, though. I am 100% on their side because, number one, very good reason they're late. The electricity went out, and so they had no way of knowing what time it was. They get up, and it's like 45 minutes before the flight.
So they had to wake up at 8. But now they wake up at 12. I'd be dead from stress.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is, like, you have to be at the airport 2 hours before an
international
flight. Yeah.
So
they were gonna lose everything, you know, and all the money they paid for the flight and everything. So the mom is just like oldest daughter, count everyone. You have one job, and she's just
counting. They say counting heads. Did you count heads?
Wow.
Heads? What? They don't even see it. Like, she literally counted the hits. She just took that instruction. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, that's horrible if you think about it. Like, just look at
1,
people's
2,
names.
3.
Yeah. I mean,
look at their face. Yeah.
Insane. But it's believable because
Yes.
a boy just the same age as Kevin happened to be in the car at that time.
And even
Very
that
funny.
is believable. The way that the kid is so like always talking to the adults and stuff. These kids also exist. These are the kids that are neglected in their families. And they just ask for love from everybody. They try to ask questions after question after question from adults, just so they could have one moment with someone that pays attention to them and a little love that they give to them.
Mm-hmm.
They're annoying. They get so annoying, but I guess you just have to like give it to them, give that attention to them. They need it. They need it so badly. So that's also believable. Everything is actually so like, even though
the thing is also in the flight,
Yeah.
the parents are in first class, the kids are in economy. So
Damn,
it makes sense
bro.
that the parents didn't realize.
Yeah,
At that point
that
as well.
for sure makes sense. But also the fact that they picked the first class and the kids are in the back.
I know, that's crazy.
It is
What are you thinking even?
I know. It's fun to be with the kids when you're flying. I remember when we were flying also with our parents, we're like sitting, we have to like point out the window. Oh, look at that. Look at this. And they would like point out some things. It's fun. You got to do that. Oh, look
I
at this
know.
food.
What's the point
Let's
of
take more. Like, let's ask for more. That's the fun part. Not sitting
just the champagne, you think? The silver glass? What's up with that?
Bro.
I
Wow.
think they're new money and they were trying to show off
Oh,
to their
for
siblings.
sure they are. Yes, absolutely. I think so. But yeah, there's too many kids, and it's fun to just hang out with kids, like for them not to want their parents to be around them.
Right.
That's also.
So they get onto the flight,
Mm-hmm.
and in the first class, the uncle starts to steal the silverware.
Right.
That's the point. That mom actually hears the son's voice telepathically.
Yeah.
When Kevin is in such a bad trouble, he yells, "Mom!" And mom suddenly wakes up.
I
and she
believe
thinks,
that.
I think I forgot something.
Has that happened to you?
Not that I would know, but I think mothers and children are connected in this way.
Oh yes, for sure. But like me with my phone, I think we feel the same way about each other too.
You
Like,
and
if
your
I-
phone?
Yeah, if I forget it, I know there's something wrong. Yeah. And then I shouted, Siri! Yeah, I do that too as well. Wow. Okay, I do believe that. That this families like mothers have this like intuition that is just like always they're thinking about something. Sometimes they worry so much, like, oh, did I put the oven on, or like is the lights on, or are the doors open or something. But it's almost always right. That thing, that feeling they have. That's very good. And then Kevin wakes up to a house empty and oh my god, secluded.
Yes.
Finally.
And seems like unlimited chocolate, ice cream, candy, anything that he could want as a kid.
And he's just sitting watching everything he wants that he wasn't allowed to the night before, eating the junk food and shouting at, hey, I'm eating junk food, I'm watching rubbish, now come and get me.
That sounded like sad though. He was saying it as if, look at all these wrong things I'm doing. Why don't you stop me? Come and get me then. Like, come back now.
Oh
don't you let me
god,
keep-
you made it so deep now.
It was so sad when he was saying it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. We've all been there, right? Just like trying to eat that rubbish food, that junk food, even though we know it, just because we want to hurt ourselves. Because,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's Kevin. Kevin is a very deeply philosophical guy.
For sure. And for a kid, for a little kid like that.
Yes. And they took him for a fool. They were
Yes.
saying you're incompetent. How is that possible?
I don't know. Wow. Like this guy, if there was a kid like that in my family or else, we would never call him that. At least I wouldn't. I would really like bow to that guy. So intelligent. Like it's crazy how brilliant he is. And not only as the character, but like as an actor, I think he's just such a brilliant guy for his age.
I know. As a 9-year-old, he has so much awareness to lead a movie. You know, it's like 10 hours of work they're doing every day for 2 months, 3 months. And he is energetic over there, excited. He understands the story. He is like feeling the emotional moments. I couldn't do that. Like today, if somebody gave me this job, I would ruin it. And to think he was a 9-year-old, it's actually crazy.
It's so insane. And it's really hard to find a child actor like that. We know that. You know that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You can't find somebody that understands, that has so much consciousness.
Yes.
Age. Exactly. I feel like it's just so insane. And this brilliant actor, although he had such a bad childhood, like after that, he's a child actor. But he did make some masterpieces, like so much. Even before that, he was famous, right? Even before coming on this. So, yeah.
Apparently, he had a little bit of a connection to the industry. His aunt or something like that was a stage manager in Off-Broadway.
Oh.
And so they saw the kids, these 7 kids, and each of them had some kind of talent. So they're like, come audition for things. And so they started auditioning and they got roles starting at 6 years old.
Whoa.
Very talented family.
Oh, the whole family is just like that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, imagine you search it up and he has only 1 sibling. I've been making everything up.
Yeah. Oh my God. You have a good imagination then. Oh man.
Yeah, this is what I've heard.
I see. But
Great
after
actor.
that, like so many problems happened to him. Drug addict, like all these problems, parties, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. I mean, it's hard to judge.
Yeah, no, I'm not judging.
Sometimes people who are so good,
Yeah.
then they fall to the worst pitfalls as well. Like so good in one thing.
Yeah.
I was telling you too, he reminds me of Mozart. Both the character and the actor and how they look.
Yeah. And how their life was.
Exactly. Like this like genius in one way and then gets kind of taken advantage of and goes down the path of drinking, drugs.
Yes. And
dies
thank
young.
God.
Yeah.
Thank God he returned back. Like now, thank God he didn't die, obviously, just like Mozart.
Exactly.
And he has a family now. He married. He has a kid who's so cute. He looks exactly like him when he was a child. And yeah, I'm so happy for him. He just got a Hollywood star too, like a year ago, I think. And they celebrated that.
It took them this long.
Yeah, you have to pay apparently for that. It's like personally you pay for your star to be there and for people to walk on it.
Oh.
What the fuck? Okay, yeah, he did that and I'm proud of him. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, this kid, his most iconic face was
The shaving cream. Apparently he did it himself, like it was an improvisation.
What is that? So when you put shaving cream, it burns?
I don't know. Yeah, what is it? Exactly. We must ask some guys.
Yeah.
Tell us.
He would just slap himself and start...
And he did it twice.
Yes.
By the way.
There were so many things that happened twice in this movie. And I'm convinced it's because they used every single minute of anything that was good.
Yeah.
You know? Like they shot it and they put it in. Because there's so many things. Like, you know the scene where he runs up the stairs, he runs to the camera and is like,
Yeah.
and then runs away? They used that
Twice.
twice as well. They used the family packing up twice. I'm like, what are you trying to say here?
I mean, it's funny. Those are the best scenes. Maybe they just saw it. They're like, that works. That makes everybody laugh. And let's do it twice.
I guess.
Well, it works. I don't know. It's only 1 hour and 40 minutes, but like it's really packed. It has everything in it. I love his shopping spree when he goes there, and his whole independence. It's just so admirable. I couldn't do that in this day and age.
Which part?
If somebody comes or like some robbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
I
something.
couldn't, not remotely. Yeah.
And the pizza delivery as well. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I have to use his system. No.
That's so good. Using a video camera to exactly play the clip you want. Like, for example, a famous clip is, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. You just press that when he says, oh, your pizza's going to be cold. Open the door.
Frankly, my dear.
Or what's another really famous line?
Oh, yes. What was it? Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yes. Play it again, Sam.
I'm gonna count to 10. And you better get your filthy, ugly, dumb ass out of here. 1, 2, 10. Oh, such a good one.
That's so funny that he doesn't keep counting.
Yeah, it's the best. I think, they did film it separately. That was a whole movie they made on their own, a black and white film. I think that would be good if they actually made that one too. I mean, Home Alone got so famous. Everybody loves that black and white film. Everyone wants to know what that is.
Yes.
Why don't they just make that?
Prequel. That is just that black and white movie.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I know. I think even in Home Alone 2, maybe they have a scene like that. Who knows? They just used all the best parts. So they also make a Home Alone 2 until Home Alone 4, right?
I think they made so many, yeah. And Home Alone 2 is just as iconic.
Home
I
Alone
remember
2, yeah, I
it's
think
the
so.
Lost in New York. So now it's much more dangerous. He's in the streets. He's lost. No longer in a home.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
city
crazy.
alone. So they took the stakes so much higher, actually. Even though you would think this is a one-time movie, you know, let Kevin be happy. But
Yeah, how could
money.
it be Home Alone if he's just like New York alone? It's not
Exactly.
Home Alone. But the other ones, they're the different actors, I think. Yeah, didn't you know that?
just the parents are different.
No, the child actor is different.
No. In Home
Yeah.
Alone 2, the child actor is the same.
No, I know 2 is
Oh,
the
okay,
same,
okay,
but
okay.
maybe 3 and 4 or
Damn.
something. It's so bad.
Oh,
I
okay.
heard. Yeah, no, it's not that good.
How dare you?
I know. What the hell? But you know, at the same time, mischief is always really good in kids. They must defy the authority. That's actually very healthy. If they're so obedient, that's unhealthy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How come?
Just like look at our lives. That's how come. I was such an obedient kid, and didn't work out for me.
Yeah, I was like a little Nazi cop. You know, if anybody didn't follow the rules, I would be like, "Stop! You gotta listen to the order.
Yeah.
How dare you act like this?"
Whoa! Oh my god, you've been a little too late. You should have joined them. Man. I was kind of the same too. Like so stupid and like so nerdy and so like authoritative. Like, yeah, you gotta do this. You gotta listen to the teachers, the principal and whatnot. So such a suck up. And
Well,
that didn't work out. So.
Tell us how you were when you were a kid. Were you listening to the authorities, or were you very against it and plotting your revenge in different ways?
Yeah. I know my dad was one of those plotters, and he was a master. Like, he was kind of like Kevin in that sense. He would come up with these kind of master plans to like, defy his uncles.
Wow.
Yeah. Kevin didn't do that to his uncles, but like he's on the path to. Yeah, for sure.
Jeez.
I
Yeah,
know.
next step is that uncle. Like, he needs to get what he's coming to him.
Exactly.
Imagine his wife, this woman is like, "I left my son." The woman is crying, and the guy is like, "Oh, I know.
I know
left my glasses too."
exactly what you feel like. Yeah, my glasses are there too. Man.
Yeah,
Wow.
next step. So what did your dad do to the uncles?
He put a picture of my uncle in his toilet.
Oh, into the toilet?
Yeah. No,
To pee on it?
like,
Oh my god.
and then he also ate all of his fruit right in front of him and jumped over his thing, and then he went to his farm, and yeah, he was such
That's very Kevin-esque.
very, very, very. If you like listen to his stories, it's just like crazy. And I'm like, how come I'm such a mouse? I'm like so listening always to you guys' authority, and you were not like that at all. Wow, I was really tame. Like, wow. Generations, really. It just shows, like your parents, if they lived somewhere, maybe, I don't know, outside of the city, and you're the first generation in the city, you are going to be really tame. You're going to be a pigeon.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense for me too. I was the first in the city. It's like follow the rules, listen to the teachers, stay on track, win.
Our kids are going to be,
Scary? No, but we came to this city.
No, they're going to be so much tamer.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be like, little iPad kids. Oh, I hate that. But yeah.
So, all the things we complained about Kevin, actually, those are probably the way you want to pursue.
Absolutely. That's how you want your kids to be, for sure. Only give them a little love. Why? Why are these parents like that? Even the dad comes in after all this time. He doesn't even give a proper hug to the kid.
He just says, "You're so funny." And the boy didn't even say anything funny at that point.
I know.
So it's
What was
kind of
funny?
rude. Yeah.
Damn.
The thing is that really Kevin ruined their whole Paris trip. If you think about it,
Yes. The whole time I was thinking about
they
that.
didn't get to spend a minute in Paris
To
the whole
enjoy
time they were
nothing.
coming back. Yeah. So and the fact that they did come back, it goes to show like that already shows I love you. Why would I also start to
Yes.
be nice to you?
Exactly.
Just one of these things.
That is so true. I mean, the whole time I was thinking about that too, because these people, like, Paris is also so long away. Like, if it was somewhere in America, maybe they would have felt still so much better, just like psychologically, even if they were in California or like so much further away. But yeah, they're in another continent, oceans away, and it's just they can't even spend 1 minute. Like, they even knew that Kevin wasn't there on the airplane. That's the worst.
That's horrible. Yeah. But the thing is, they try to come back right away, which is not good. I think they should have just gone and enjoyed their trip at that point. Like,
To the Eiffel
call a
Tower.
neighbor.
Yeah.
Yes. Just get anybody to come and take care of Kevin.
They
He's already gone.
tried, but that's crazy. No neighbors living there.
Everyone is on a
holiday?
trip.
Wow.
Oh my God, rich people alert.
My God.
No one has stayed home for Christmas. Not a single soul. You could have called that old man with the shovel.
Yeah, exactly.
You know he's not a murderer, right?
Right.
Only your son thinks he's a murderer. That's crazy.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. These people, like, maybe the economy was so good back then.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, we don't understand this right now.
That there was nobody left behind to take care of Kevin. You had to come back from Paris.
Wow.
Where's your mother?
My mom's in the car.
Where's your father?
He's at work.
What about your brothers and sisters?
I'm an only child.
He's a kid. I mean, what can a kid do to us?
Kids are stupid. I know I was.
You still are, Marv.
This is it.
So amazing. I love this movie. And you're going to love it too this Christmas, watching it home alone. Don't watch it with anybody else. They're going to ruin it. Everybody's going to just like eat popcorn, talk here and
Pray
there.
for them to disappear and then start to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
And then by the end, you're going to miss them so much. You're going to call to ask them to come back. So that would be
I don't
very
know
wholesome.
about that. I don't know. That doesn't happen. At least you don't miss them that quickly. Would you?
Oh, maybe. I think I would. Perhaps. It's Christmas time anyway, and you want to be around the people who you love and who love you. Unless you're Anna and you've decided to detach yourself from
Be a
society.
Scrooge. Be a Grinch. Yeah, exactly. That's the way to go. And, I wouldn't wish for others to disappear. I would wish for myself to just...
Well, now we're getting too philosophical. Next week, when we talk about the New Year's film, that's when we'll go deep into the meaning of life and disappear.
And also, if you haven't checked out our other Christmas movies, do so. We have Die Hard, just like this one. No difference at all. Just like a kid, Kevin, basically grown up, alone, and fighting the robbers.
Oh my God, that's such a good one. And his last name is even similar, McLean. That's already McAllister. That's the same person.
I'm telling you, yeah. They are the same person. It's him grown up. It's the sequel to Home Alone. So yeah.
Check out both, and we hope you have a wonderful Christmas with family, drinking that eggnog and enjoying life. And I've never had eggnog.
Me neither. Where did that come from? Who eats that?
I think it's a thing for Christmas.
Eggnog?
Yes, absolutely.
I just heard some royalties eat that to get pregnant and have a son, but god damn.
Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Okay.
But, drink your water.
Yeah, that's very good. H2O, get that one. Let's get hydrated. And don't drink any wine or anything else. Don't get drunk.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
See you on
everyone.
the next episode.
Bye.